Hello and welcome back to Dinar Exchange. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and like this video. The Iraqi dinar (IQD) remains a key focus for investors, economists and policymakers as Iraq undergoes financial reforms, political shifts and economic restructuring. Many people closely watch for potential revaluation (RV) of the currency, but significant challenges remain. This article explores Iraq's economic landscape, recent financial developments, the impact of US policies, banking modernization efforts, speculation around the dinar, and what the future may hold. A brief history of the Iraqi dinar. The Iraqi dinar was introduced in 1932, replacing the Indian rupee, which was used during British rule. Initially, the dinar was pegged to the British pound and later to the US dollar. Throughout the 20th century, Iraq's economy experienced significant changes due to oil revenue, wars, sanctions, and political instability. During Saddam Hussein's regime, the dinar was overvalued and controlled by the government. However, after the 2003 US-led invasion, Iraq transitioned to a more market-based exchange rate. The Central Bank of Iraq, CBI, has since managed the dinar's value through foreign currency reserves and monetary policies. Despite stabilization efforts, the dinar has faced devaluation, inflation, and economic pressures. Speculation about a significant revaluation continues, but experts urge caution, as financial stability and international confidence are necessary for any major currency shift. Current developments in Iraq's financial sector. 1. Recent adjustments to the exchange rate. In early 2023, the CBI introduced a new exchange rate for the dinar, 1,300 Iraqi dinars per US dollar for government transactions, 1,310 Iraqi dinars per US dollar for banks, 1,320 Iraqi dinars per US dollar for public sales. This adjustment was aimed at stabilizing Iraq's currency, combating inflation, and controlling black market trading. Despite these efforts, unofficial exchange rates still fluctuate due to market demand, external pressures, and financial restrictions. Second, impact of US policies on Iraq. The US plays a major role in Iraq's financial stability, but recent policy changes have added economic pressure. Energy restrictions. The US has enforced stricter sanctions on Iran, limiting Iraq's ability to import electricity and gas. This has caused power shortages and economic stress. Banking sanctions. The US has imposed financial restrictions on some Iraqi banks, aiming to curb money laundering and prevent illegal dollar transfers to Iran. Geopolitical pressures. Iraq is trying to balance relations with the US and Iran, making financial reforms difficult. If Baghdad moves closer to Iran or Russia, it risks further economic sanctions from Washington. These factors impact Iraq's ability to conduct international trade, attract investment, and stabilize its currency. 3. Iraq's banking modernization and financial reforms. To strengthen its economy, Iraq is implementing financial reforms with international support. Key initiatives include digital banking expansion, encouraging online banking and electronic transactions to reduce reliance on cash and improve transparency. Anti-corruption measures, cracking down on financial corruption and improving banking regulations. Global banking integration, aligning Iraq's banking sector with international standards to attract foreign investors and gain global financial credibility. The CBI has partnered with firms like Oliver Wyman and K2 to modernize the financial system, but these changes will take time to produce noticeable effects. Where does the revaluation (RV) stand? Speculation about a major revaluation of the Iraqi dinar has existed for years, but financial experts warn that such an event is unlikely in the near future. Challenges to an immediate RV. 1. Banking infrastructure issues. Iraq's financial system is still developing and lacks the advanced mechanisms needed for a major currency shift. Second, government priorities. Economic stability, inflation control, and financial sector reforms are more pressing concerns than an artificial currency appreciation. Third, speculation versus reality. While some investment groups claim a revaluation is imminent, there is no official confirmation from the Iraqi government or CBI. Expert opinions on the RV prominent voices in the dinar investment community, such as Mark Z and Frank 26, continue to discuss possible developments. However, financial experts urge caution. Frank 26, for example, warns investors not to expect unrealistic gains. No official source has announced a revaluation timeline, and speculation without economic backing can lead to financial risks. Iraq's efforts to strengthen its financial system. 1. Strengthening international financial ties. Iraq has increased cooperation with international financial institutions to improve transparency and credibility. German financial experts have recently visited Iraq to assist with regulatory improvements. The Federal Integrity Commission and Financial Supervision Bureau are working on banking reforms. 2. Exploring alternatives to the US dollar. Iraq is considering using other financial networks, such as Russia's payment system, to reduce dependence on the US dollar. The government is negotiating trade agreements that allow transactions in local currencies rather than relying solely on dollars. These efforts could provide Iraq with greater financial independence, but may also create tensions with the US and international regulators. The role of US sanctions and market volatility. One of the biggest concerns for Iraq's financial future is the potential impact of further US sanctions. Key risks of sanctions: dollar shortages. If the US imposes stricter banking restrictions, Iraq could face a shortage of US dollars, increasing black market rates. Economic instability. Limited access to global financial markets could slow economic growth and hurt foreign investments. Political tensions. Strained US-Iraq relations may lead to increased pressure on Baghdad to comply with Western policies. Professor Nadeem, an expert in international economics, warns that US financial actions could significantly affect Iraq's banking system. If Iraq fails to adapt, it could face long-term economic setbacks. What lies ahead for the Iraqi dinar? Iraq is undergoing significant financial reforms, but challenges remain. Here's what to expect. Short-term outlook. Continued fluctuations in the exchange rate, increased government efforts to stabilize the financial system, ongoing speculation about a revaluation, but no confirmed timeline. Long-term outlook. If Iraq successfully modernizes its banking sector and gains international financial credibility, the dinar could see gradual appreciation. Reduced reliance on the US dollar may provide Iraq with more economic flexibility. Political stability and strong financial policies will be crucial for any long-term currency strengthening. Investor caution. For those investing in the Iraqi dinar, patience is essential. While Iraq is making progress, significant currency changes are unlikely without major economic and financial transformations. Final thoughts. Iraq is working towards a more stable and modern financial system, but the road ahead is complex. The dinar remains a controlled currency, and while economic reforms are underway, an immediate revaluation is unlikely. Investors should stay informed, follow official updates, and approach the dinar market with realistic expectations. Iraq's financial future depends on continued reforms, global cooperation, and economic stability. As Iraq moves forward, the world will be watching closely to see how its currency and financial system evolve in the coming years.